Hello children, let's revise Chapter 2 Lifestyle of Animals and also solve its worksheet.
Habitat. Different animals are found in different habitats. They generally live in places that provide them with food, water, shelter, and an appropriate environment. The natural living place of an animal is called its habitat. Terrestrial animals and their habitats. Different animals live in different habitats such as forests, deserts, mountains, polar region, oceans, and fresh water. There are 4 types of habitats where terrestrial animals are generally found. Forest. Forests are home to about 80% of terrestrial animals. Many animals like lion, tiger, bear, deer, etc. live in forests. Some terrestrial animals like monkey and squirrel live on trees, while others like rabbit and mouse make underground burrows in the forest floor. Birds live in nests which are located on the ground or in bushes or tree. Desert, the arid land. A desert is usually a hot and dry place. Desert animals have some special body features that help them to survive. Some of them, like badger, bury underground during the day to keep cool, while others like Gila monster have a thick skin to avoid water loss through sweating. Mountainous regions. A mountain habitat varies hugely from the base to the peak. The temperature on the mountain tops is very low and oxygen is less. The peaks do not have trees. Many animal species like sheep, mountain goats, foxes, bears and yaks live on the mountains. Polar regions. Animals that live here have thick fur or feathers and hunt fish or other animals. Polar bears, seals, Arctic foxes and penguins are found here. Marine water and fresh water. Marine water includes all the 5 oceans and seas. It provides the largest habitat on the earth. A large variety of fish and other aquatic animals like whale, octopus and turtle are found in marine water. On the other hand, freshwater bodies include rivers, lakes, ponds, etc., where fish and other aquatic animals are found. Aquatic animals like frogs and salamander can live both on land and in water. Thus, they are called amphibians. Adaptation in animals. Adaptation is the process by which animals make themselves fit for the environment in which they are living. Different animals show different adaptations to live in a particular habitat. It includes changes in the body organs, functions, features, or behavior of an organism. Adaptation helps an animal to survive in its habitat. The most common adaptations may be seen in an animal's body coverings, feeding habits, breathing organs, and movements. Body coverings. Animals need to protect themselves from different weather conditions. For this purpose, nature has provided them with a body covering that helps them to live in a particular habitat and protect themselves from extremely cold or hot weather. They also use their body coverings to keep themselves safe from being hunted by other animals. Scales. The bodies of some animals like reptiles and fishes are covered with scales. These scales vary according to the size, shape and structure of an animal. A snake uses its scale to move on land. Shell. A shell is a hard outer covering that protects an animal when it is in danger. Animals like snails, tortoises, and turtles have hard shells. When these animals are in danger, they withdraw their head and limbs into the shell. Feathers. Feathers cover the body of birds. They help them during their flight and also give them shape. Birds use their feathers to keep themselves warm in cold and also protect themselves from rain. Fur. Some animals like sheep, goat, and bear have fur that covers their bodies. This fur keeps them warm in low temperatures. Camouflage. Animals like tiger, zebras, and grasshoppers can merge their body coverings with their surroundings. This adaptation shown by the animals is called camouflage. Camouflage makes it difficult for their enemies to spot the camouflaging animals, and thus this feature protects these animals from other hunting animals and also from poachers. Hibernation. Some animals go into a deep sleep to save themselves from severe winters and survive without eating much. The state of resting in unfavorable weather conditions is called hibernation. Animals like bear and lizard go into hibernation. Herbivorous. Animals that feed only on grass and other plants are called herbivorous. Cow, horse, and deer. Carnivorous. Animals that eat the flesh of other animals are called carnivorous. Lion, wolf, and tiger. Omnivorous. Animals that feed on both flesh of other animals and plants are called omnivorous. Breathing in animals. All living things need to breathe. They take oxygen from their surroundings and release carbon dioxide. All terrestrial animals take oxygen from the atmosphere, while aquatic animals take oxygen dissolved in water. Fishes. Most of the aquatic animals breathe through their gills. When water flows over the gills, the flaps of gills absorb oxygen from water and carbon dioxide is released into the water. Insects. Insects breathe through air holes on their body called spiracles. Their blood does not contain hemoglobin to transport oxygen. Rather, they have a fine network of air tubes that reach every part of their body. Amphibians. Amphibians are the animals that can live both on land and in water. Frog is an amphibian. A tadpole breathes through its gills, while an adult frog breathes through its lungs on land and skin in water. All terrestrial animals like birds, reptiles, and mammals breathe through their lungs. Movement in animals. Unlike plants, animals move from one place to another in search of food, shelter, breeding places, and protection. Different animals have different organs for movement. Land animals. Most land animals have 4 limbs. They have 2 limbs at the front called forelimbs and 2 at the back called hind limbs. Some of the mammals use all the 4 limbs to walk, while some move only with the hind pair. Aquatic animals. Fishes have fins to swim in water. They have 2 pairs, each of paired fins and unpaired fins. The 2 paired fins help them to move forward, and the unpaired fins help them to maintain balance and to change their direction of movement. Insects. Insects have 6 legs for movement. Ant and cockroach, for example, crawl with the help of their legs. Grasshoppers and locusts use their strong and long hind limbs for hopping. Water insects use their legs for swimming. Some flying insects have wings to fly. Their forelimbs are modified into wings. Birds. Birds have wings to fly. Wings are modified forelimbs. For flying, they move their wings downwards and backwards. The tail feathers of the birds help them to change the direction of their flight. All birds have wings, but there are some birds that cannot fly. They are called flightless birds. Migration. Every year, some animals travel to other places to escape unfavorable weather, to search for food, and to reach their favorable breeding place. This mass movement of animals is called migration. Some animals migrate short distances, while many others go thousands of miles seasonally. These animals migrate by walking, flying, swimming, hopping, or by other means.